What's good? This your girl, I am the Bronze Goddess, and it's time for another strawberry letter. Girl, you doing a lot of these. Yes, I am. And I think that I'm trying to knock a couple of them out. I keep saying that I'm going to pre-record these so that when I have the baby, I can just put them out slowly. But typically when I do them, I want to get them out to you right away. So we'll see. And just ignore this in the background. You guys know I have my baby in like less than a month now. So that's my diaper bag, my hospital bag, and the car seat. I'm a soldier and I gotta stay ready, okay? Because if you stay ready, you never have to get ready. Anywho, so with all that being said, let's go get him. Help with my flirting, lying husband. Hey, BG. Let me start off by saying that I love you and all your godly advice you give. My husband and I are high school sweethearts. We have been together for 10 years, married for 5, and we have 3 beautiful kids. We have a happy life together. We hardly argue over anything. Overall, we're very much happy. Well, at least I think so. Over the past year or so, I caught my husband talking to a woman on Facebook. That's right. It was some flirting back and forth, but when I caught him, he broke it off. Well, recently I found a few text messages in his phone from another woman. She sent him explicit pictures. I have confronted him and he said the same thing he said before. He's sorry. He doesn't want to lose his family. He swears that nothing happened, but I find it hard to trust him and trust that he's telling the truth. He has volunteered to deactivate his Facebook page, but I don't think that he should. I believe that a married man should be able to contain himself, and I don't want to give up on my marriage, but I don't know what to think. And I don't want him to think this behavior is okay. What should I do? Sign, a fed up wife. Girl. Okay, so one of the reasons why I wanted to do your particular strawberry letter is because I've seen similar situations before with some previous letters, and I really want to kind of rein everything in and just give you my 2 cents on this particular situation. Now, it's not one time that you caught your husband, it's 2 times. And, you know, these are not, it's not like he came to you and confessed. To me, things are a lot easier to take if somebody can actually come to me before I would find out and confess to wrongdoing, as opposed to me finding out and you apologizing. Because when you find out and somebody apologizes to you, it's almost like they're apologizing because they got caught. The fact that you caught him before and he has not changed his behavior. In fact, the behavior has escalated from, random flirting to a female sending your married husband explicit pics. That says to me that he hasn't learned his lesson. And I'm not sure that he ever will. Just because a man says that he loves his family doesn't mean he wants to do right. I'm sure he does love his kids. I'm sure he does have love for you. Is he still in love with you? That's something that I would be praying about. But what bothers me about this particular situation the most is that a lot of times women feel like you can catch him before he cheats. And that you can, if you're a good enough detective, you can stay ahead of all of this. And I personally don't like that kind of lifestyle. The kind of lifestyle where I'm checking somebody's Facebook, I'm going through somebody's phone, I'm looking at somebody's shirt collar to see if there's lipstick on it. I don't want to live that way. And I feel like that's how you are beginning to live because of his mistakes in the past. Do you want to be a detective all your life? Because if a man wants to cheat, it doesn't have to be late night. He says that he went out, he cheated with her at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night. It doesn't have to be like that. If somebody wants to cheat, they can cheat in broad daylight. They can cheat during a lunch break. They can cheat when they say they're going to go play basketball with the fellas. They can, if he wants to cheat on you, he can. And so it's not a matter of you catching him. It's a matter of you deciding for yourself, do you want to continue to live this way where you have to keep such a constant eye on your husband? To me, that is like my biggest thing that I cannot stand is when a woman thinks that she has a good man and behind her back he is a lying, cheating dog. And he is showing you that he has those types of tendencies. My question to you is, I feel like all the time the women always want to put the decision, the big choice on the man's plate. You decide, what are you going to do? He's already decided not once but twice that he's going to do some inappropriate behavior with another woman. And now another thing. Once you catch somebody in a couple of lies, they are considered a liar. So when you caught him the first time and, he said, nothing happened, it was innocent, then you caught him again with the explicit pictures, nothing happened. I'm not sure that I believe nothing happened. Because why would this woman send him explicit pictures? Did you call her? Did she say that? Did she say nothing happened? I mean, It's hard to trust the word of a liar, and that's where you are right now. I think the decision really falls on you more so than it falls on him, because you have to decide, do you want to do this constantly for the rest of your life? And I agree with you totally. I think that the best point that you made in this entire letter was the fact that, okay, no, he shouldn't have to delete his Facebook because a married man should know how to conduct himself. And I agree with that. You shouldn't have to take it away like he's some child and you're punishing him. If he's a grown man, you shouldn't have to go through stuff like that. You shouldn't have to go through his phone. But that's the life that you are beginning to live. Do you want to be with somebody who you no longer trust? Because to me, what's the difference between him lying to you a third time and him cheating and being inappropriate with women the first and the second time? The decision is really yours. And what I really want to get to the fact that you said in the end of the letter that you don't want to end your marriage. You don't want to break up your family. You're not doing those things. If your marriage does not work, at least from the surface, from the information that you're giving me, you didn't cause this. This is caused by a man refusing to be honest, by a man refusing to respect his marriage vows enough to keep from doing and sending inappropriate messages to other women. If your marriage falls apart, it's not like you didn't do everything that you could. You've given him more than enough chances to do right. But you can't love somebody enough to be in a relationship all by yourself or to make them change. You're the only one willing to make a change. I just feel like all he's learning from your behavior is that he has to be a little bit more slick with what he's doing, because you will forgive him because you've already forgiven him twice. And he knows that you want your family bad enough to forgive him. And he's just going to be a little bit more covert in his operations. But I don't think that he's going to stop. I really don't. I think that he has seen that, okay, she can forgive me. She forgave me twice. What's the difference between her forgiving me twice and forgiving me 3 times? I think he's just going to be a little bit more slick, but I don't think he's going to stop doing this. And I'm not sure that he hasn't cheated on you already. Yes, I'm not saying that your husband does not love you, that he doesn't love your children, but I'm saying that I don't think that he has what it takes to be committed, at least not by the behavior that he has demonstrated throughout these last few months. Your husband has demonstrated that he doesn't have what it takes to be committed. And that is the core of any relationship. A commitment. And, and I don't think that I'm not sure that you're getting that. I would definitely pray about the situation, but I would also be real with myself. It's time for you to do a big girl reality check. There is a chance that your marriage will fall apart. Are you prepared for that? In every single way. Are you financially, emotionally, spiritually? Are you prepared to deal with the fact that your marriage may not work? Because to me, at least from the way this is looking, the only way that you're going to stay married to him is if you turn the other way when he's doing this type of thing. Because I don't think that he's going to stop. Only because of the fact that he's done it twice already. And you've forgiven him twice. I mean, if I tell my daughter, don't do that, and don't you stand on that couch, and I keep telling her that, and there's never any real serious consequences, she's not going to listen. And neither is anybody else. If you never make serious consequences to serious actions, the behavior will continue, no matter what it is, whether it's lying, whether it's cheating, whether it's behavioral issues with your children. If you never establish true consequences, nothing will ever happen. If it were me, I'm definitely suggesting you pray about it, but if it were me, there would be time for some ultimatums. If I ever catch you saying anything inappropriate to another woman, me and your children are gone. And I want you to know that I have forgiven you in the past, but I'm done. I'm fresh out of forgiveness. I'm done. I have done everything that I can to save our marriage, but I'm not going to do it by myself. It's time for him to realize there's real consequences. And if he violates that, then obviously he doesn't want to be married. Just because a man loves his kids and loves his family doesn't mean he's willing to do whatever it takes to save it. It sounds like he's very selfish right now, and he wants to do what he wants to do. But I need you to come to grips mentally with the idea that your marriage could be over. It doesn't matter how much you love him. Are you willing to accept this lifestyle? Because there is a very high likelihood that this behavior will continue. What are you going to do? You need to find an out. You need to let him know what you will accept and what you won't accept. But because you've already muddied the line by forgiving him twice, it's very hard to put your foot down now, but it's not impossible. You need to let him know, look, this is what's going to happen if I ever catch you doing this again. And whatever that consequence is, you need to stick to it. Anyway, I love you guys, and I hope that you will leave a comment below. Don't forget to thumbs up. Deuces.